Hi and welcome to today's video. In this video I am going to be reviewing the SLUMBERPOD. If you guys don't know what the SLUMBERPOD is, it is like a little tent that is all blacked out for your baby to sleep in when you're traveling or if you're room sharing or anything like that. We rented a SLUMBERPOD 2 different times for 2 different vacations, and we finally decided to buy our own because we absolutely loved it. So I'm so excited for this video today. I'm going to show you guys how to set up the tent and how we like to use it, and then I'm also going to talk to you guys about my personal opinion about it and compare it to one that I got on Amazon. So I ordered the one on Amazon because we needed one like ASAP and ours was still coming, and we tested it out and you could see right through it. So with the SLUMBERPOD, it's completely blacked out and it's tall. It's like a little tent. I'll obviously show you guys a picture here, but the one that we got off of Amazon was almost like a sheet that you put over the pack and play, and you could totally see right through it. So I'll go ahead and put those 2 videos up there too, so you guys can check those out and see the difference between the 2 as far as how dark it is in there. But go ahead and check out this next clip of how I set up the SLUMBERPOD and how we like to use it, and then I'll show you that clip of the Amazon one that we bought as well. Hi everybody, so I am at my mom's house today. I'm actually in her basement. She teaches preschool, so I'm in the playroom, and I'm going to be setting up the SLUMBERPOD so you guys can check it out. This is going to be kind of like a show you how to set it up, and then I'm also going to do a review in this video. So let's go ahead and get setting this up. I have a pack and play here. My mom already set up the pack and play, so I'm going to build the SLUMBERPOD. Also, this is a brand new SLUMBERPOD. I know before I was renting them, so this one's actually mine. I'm so excited, and we're going to check it out and see how it looks. Oh. There's all these, and here's the SLUMBERPOD itself. Okay, so I'm going to show you the front zip. So here's the front zipper. I'm going to stick you in here for a second. You can see it is really dark, if not pitch black. So I'm going to set up my little extension cord and my sound machine and all that, so he will be able to sleep down here. There's a plug right over here, so I'm going to set that up. I also want to say too, this basement is pretty dark anyways when we turn off all the lights, but it's not completely pitch black, so it'll be very nice to have it be totally pitch black. And I'm just gonna put my sound machine here in the bottom. Okay, it's all set up, so I'm gonna go ahead and get Wes and get him in here and he'll get napping. Okay, so now that you guys have seen those 2 clips, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite things about the SLUMBERPOD. I first want to say that this video is not sponsored by SLUMBERPOD. I am giving my honest opinion about the SLUMBERPOD. I paid for it with my own money, and I don't have any affiliation with them. So first of all, a couple of my favorite things about the SLUMBERPOD is that it is so easy to set up. It is pretty big, so you do need a little bit of extra space to set it up, but we were able to set it up and put it in like almost like a little closet area when we went on vacation. If you didn't see that vlog, I'll go ahead and link it here so you guys can see the couple times that we used it. And then we also used it in a hotel room, and it fit just fine with the pack and play. We do have a Graco pack and play that we just got at Target. I'll go ahead and link it so you guys can see which one we have, but we just take the tent and put it right over the top of it. A couple of other things that I like about it is, of course, it is completely blacked out, which is really nice to be able to have a completely dark sleeping room, especially if you are in a room that's not totally dark, if you're room sharing, or if your hotel room doesn't have the blinds that close all the way. It's super awesome, and we loved how pitch black it is. If you guys have watched some of my other videos, you know the great lengths we went to get Wesley's room to be completely dark. So it's super nice to be able to have this and travel with it. The other thing is it's very small and it just rolls up like a tent. I'll go grab it in just a second, but it's about this big. Anyway, so it's super small and compact when you are traveling, so it's very nice that it fits all in its little bag, and it rolls up the tent poles inside it as well, and it's not super big and bulky, so you can take it with you if you're traveling. It also has 2 separate pockets on it. It has 1 pocket on the top and for a monitor, and 1 pocket on the bottom for a fan. You can buy their fan that they have. We tried out one of their fans and it worked really well. The pocket on the side doesn't hold a fan up super well, so you may have to put it underneath and kind of set the fan up if you need a fan in there. The other thing that we've done is taken a bigger fan and an extension cord and just put that like right underneath, and so there's a bigger fan in there. It's a pretty small little tent, so it's a small area, so you don't need a big fan. Our monitor doesn't actually fit in the little monitor pouch, so you will have to look out for that and see if your monitor will fit. Ours is just a little bit bulkier. We bought it on Amazon and it was pretty cheap, so that's probably why it doesn't fit super well. It also has a zipper piece on the front that you can use to open it to get into where your baby is going to be in their pack and play. The zipper itself is actually pretty quiet. I know that might not be something that you think about when you're trying to buy something like this, but the zipper is pretty quiet and it didn't wake Wesley up when we were using it. The other thing that we did too is we were able to unzip it just a little bit to get our arm in there to replace the binky. So that is something to think about too, is if you do need to get in there and replace a binky or calm your baby or something like that, then you do have to kind of open that up and get in there, where if you were in a room you could walk into the room and close the door. So that is something to think about as well. But what we did is we just looked at the monitor so we could see and then we would reach in there and replace the binky. So that's kind of what we did for that. Wesley did not mind being in there at all. I don't think he could tell that he was like in something very much, and when we did go to lay him down in the pack and play, he was totally fine. He had no problems with it and he really liked it. So I honestly couldn't remember where I put the SLUMBERPOD, but I found it. I put it up in a closet. So this is about how small it is. This is it totally rolled up, and it has the little tent poles in here as well, and everything fits all just like this. You can see my tent poles are in here, and this is the SLUMBERPOD fabric itself. The fabric is super nice. It's actually pretty stretchy, and it's very cool fabric, so I'm sure there's a lot of air flow in there. It also has the instructions on the inside of this, so you always know how to set it up. But essentially what you do is you just like any tent, you put the poles in and then you put it in the little end pieces so it pops it up. That is the SLUMBERPOD. We have absolutely loved using it. I'm so glad that we have one. We are actually also renting ours out, so if you guys are in the Salt Lake area and you guys want to rent one for a couple of nights, let us know. You guys can DM me on Instagram. I will also have it listed on Facebook Marketplace as a rental, so if you guys want to rent it from us, you totally can. But yep, here's the SLUMBERPOD. We absolutely love it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and let me know if you guys have any questions down below, and I will go ahead and answer any questions you have. I can also do any other demos you want to see of anything else with the SLUMBERPOD. But thanks again for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.